'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the town, there were sports fans recalling how this year went down. The trophies were hung in the lobby with care in the hopes that more trophies soon would be there. On January 1st, against rose-colored skies, Urban Meyer bid a tearful goodbye. But the Buckeye coach knew things would be okay when he handed things over to his man, Ryan Day. And man, was that true when the season completed. Ryan Day and the Buckeyes were still undefeated. Justin and Chase went to New York for a show, but a former Buckeye proved he's no regular Joe. The Blue Jackets enjoyed their best season in history, finally getting that first series victory. It took 19 years to clear the plateau when lightning somehow struck 4 games in a row. The crew had been saved, but the movement gained steam when a new ownership group purchased the team. The future is bright. There will now come a day when a new downtown stadium is where they will play. The United States women have a story to tell with another World Cup for Ohio's Lavelle. And speaking of titles, Pick Central won state. In the year's biggest game, the Tigers were great. Now, that's a Tony the Tiger reference. When it comes to bad puns, I'm a serial offender. The Destroyers returned after 10 years away, but then AFL went all MIA, while the Clippers kept winning and never gave up until they were holding the Governor's Cup. The Buckeyes were good, and they made quite a racket by advancing again to round 2 in the bracket. And just when it looked like they could lose Big Wesson, he came back to school hoping to learn a few lessons. At the Memorial, Patrick Cantlay emerged from the pack to bring home the trophy and that handshake from Jack. Good for Patrick, good for golf, but it's kind of a shame if you're writing a poem and need to rhyme his last name. Cantlay. Moving on. With 11 straight losses, the Bengals dug quite a trench. Happy birthday, dear Andy. Now head to the bench. While the Browns' new head coach lost more often than not, and just like the kitchen, Freddie's seat is quite hot. But that's just the tip of the Browns and their drama. And no, Odell Beckham was no prima donna. Myles Garrett went off, bringing his franchise shame. He never let poor Rudolph join in any fighting games. And then there were high schools, and some of them great. Harvest Prep and Afrocentric were best in the state. All in all, this whole year, one of the best that we've seen. Merry Christmas to all, on to 2020.